No, but it ain't obvious.
I mean, it obvious.
I mean, I thought it was obvious too, but
the way that she dressed on, so you could see, everybody could see. You know, you can talk, you can introduce why that, even though I talk. You see, you snap until you get up on the computer.
I mean, just not hit the same.
But I must believe that's one of the dangers of coming out too hot initially, guys. It's hard to follow up. It's hard to keep that. You understand? Because plenty artists come out hot, and after a while, you don't really find much people come out without set momentum and maintain the momentum.
Difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, difficult.
For maintain, but for maintain the momentum, and not only maintain the momentum, for increase it. Yeah. Difficult, yeah. You don't think so?
You ask somebody that had 3 consecutive years of hits, bro.
But when you woo people, at the very least, you have to give them that same hit or that same level of what you call them.
Boss, you look pan our little. Okay, let me not say our little guy. That's also good, but you're looking on totally different market, right? No, our market is more quote unquote localized and
it's smaller.
Yeah, than as opposed to a worldwide stage. Because then people appeal to worldwide. You understand? So when you come out and you hit the world, you might hit Antigua, Dominica, Barbados. You understand? But when you come out and you hit the world, and the whole world just know you one time, so boom! Boss, I pressure that now. Got the world look for you, knock them again now. Pause.
Especially early out. Like, so if you've already established yourself years around.
Yeah, we got.
If you already established yourself years as one solid artist, done making name and everything, I think the pressure kind of fall. Because people now willing to accept the same standard or same level. So you have to just keep it there. But when you're new, you can't come out hard and then keep it there second time around. You have to try and up that. And then up that.
Yo, bro, for me as
an artist, lose people. Nah. You just get them.
But for me as an artist, the goal is to conquer everybody. The goal is for us maintain. You understand?
Yeah,
the goal is for us on core following and core.
Exactly, but when you might come out part when you come out, you know what I mean? Like introduce yourself to the world. like with that intention of conquering the world. But you come out so big that it just happen automatically.
Exactly.
So the whole world now, although you didn't intention for it to be as big as it is, it just be that
big. What you do? You have to accept it and go with it.
We back, fellas. Right now.
We forward.
Yeah.
Back business back.
Right now, you know. That's all I'm at.
Man, forward still.
Check. We're back, so we're forwarding. Only right that you know, pay homage and make sure I come back solid, you know. Well, I don't know. Welcome to another episode of Ignorance is Undefeated podcast, or the Ignorance is Undefeated podcast. I am one of your hosts, Melody Dan, along with Father Bash and the great one, J. Toven.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fellas, it's been a while.
A long while.
First and foremost, this is episode 11.
What?
It's been a minute. I start to hot and I get cold for a minute. First and foremost,
still hot.
First and foremost, I think I have to apologize. First and foremost, yeah, we had some technical difficulties, some technical issues. Got that resolved, but I did not communicate to the massive that situation will be resolved. I'm gonna get caught up in my feelings.
My delete group.
Delete the group. Hey, number one, first and foremost, you know have a WhatsApp.
But you tell
me you don't have a WhatsApp. So me delete the group.
Me delete the group.
Me and J Toven alone carry the group. talk. You know, in a sense.
I almost see some. What I say?
This group has been deleted.
No, something removed you. Something from you. Remove you from the You say what?
Podcast done. Yo, me and my feelings that I'm not like. I'm say, yo, what you do the man you boss? The man you know what? So me call Bash. Me say, yo, Bash, what the vibe, Bash? What happened? Bash say, are you awake, man? I say, wait.
Facts.
Hold on, they say, if you wait for me.
And when you talk to
That
me,
mean,
what
hold
me tell
on,
you?
man. So hold on, let me get to the point. So I say, wait, if Bash wait for me, that mean most likely that J2 will wait for me too. So I pick up the phone, call J2, I say, yo, Bash, what happened? Man say, why you wait for me?
The proverbial ball was in your court.
You know. So first and foremost, I have to say apologize to the two massive in them that yeah. I have to do them on camera and also to the smart audience that we have so far that is growing.
But big up everybody that take the time out, you know what I mean?
To reach out and ask and say,
not even just to reach out, just take the time out that day just to support the pod just by watching it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Blessings.
Big facts.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, man, blessings, man.
Big facts.
Everybody. The numbers are important.
Yeah, that's true. So it only right that I start off with communication, right? And again, I have to take accountability because again, you know, the miscommunication. But the question still stands though. What outside of this like situation, what the biggest situation that I ever faced that just a small, simple communication or just a simple conversation that I can have that would have resolved the situation and just blow up like seriously like
to
ridiculous.
pinpoint one thing kind of hard because you see you go through them there's so much like communication is so important, not even just for you but you see people going through something that can be resolved just with a simple conversation.
Well, me know you know a lot of situation, but especially for me,
so
a situation that had a simple conversation.
a simple
but,
conversation.
I funny, conversation, ego and pride, right? Even just today I posted on Twitter. Pride is a devil, bro. I don't want the hardest song me ever hear J. Cole sing the bass. I want the hardest song me ever hear, period, from a rap artist, right? And every day, I sit down and I realize, it's serious now. Because sometimes all you ever do is pick up the phone and say, yo, boom, this is how the situation be, boom, bam, bam, and resolve the situation. But your pride, bro.
Really easy if that's something that's inherent in you. We never be that type of person.
But naturally as males, our pride up the dog. So man, admit. No,
you think it's pride though? You think it's always pride?
With everything. When it comes to man, our pride. Health, personal relationship, friendship. Like man love go doctor why? Because I'm macho.
You can say what you want to say, boy. As he me sneeze too hard, me wake up and sneeze too hard, me first gone boy.
But on the general scale, man love doctor no. Man like accept the fact that that they're vulnerable. Is it?
Okay, but hear me out though. What if?
Oh, me? Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, continue. What if? Go ahead. What if? Jesus Christ, man, the different parts, boss. What if?
Okay. Okay. What if it is? Okay, what if it's possible, or is it possible that maybe? Okay, we already say in a lot of situations, in most situations, pride.
Yeah.
Our kind of downfall and keep our back. But what if is maybe, some insecurities as well? You don't have to be pride all the time. Could it be a level of fear and apprehension caused by some insecurity or insecurities that I have as a man?
Which will damage your ego and your pride.
No, but which
pride,
no, hold on. No. Which stops you from
you feel around the boat.
Making that communication.
Because
me say feel around the boat. Me say you around the boat with a big like the one in Trinidad boy. Around the boat small like the one in this Fugu gas station.
You're fearful that you know what I mean, how you look on you. You're fearful of how it will look on you.
But
which
me
is
call
pride.
that pride. Me will call that pride.
Bro, hold on.
I believe that the pride.
You just say insecurities, bro. Once insecurities exist, there's some level of pride have to be there, man.
Why?
Must. You can't have insecurities and have pride.
Why would you be insecure if you don't have pride in whatever it is that you're insecure about. For example,
What you say?
when they gonna put on their face, right? Then you have females out there who tell me personally they don't step out their house, not even by a gallery, if they don't have on their face. Right? So they're insecure. I find that to be insecurity.
And hold on, not to even.
But
and
so
not to
how
make
I
them
now
seem-
say the woman
hold
them
on,
prideful then?
No,
I pride that.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm telling you. I pride.
I hear ya. Not if even stick one woman alone. Me has some brethren that the man not left yard unless the whitey clean. Can you say so no?
No, but okay.
Can you say so in a
No, but what I'm
you
saying
call-
is-
the
what
song
I'm
name?
saying
I can't
is-
remember the song.
Some insecurities can be crippling, right? And I wouldn't necessarily
Pride
look at
pride one of
those
them.
as
Pride of one of them.
caused by pride.
Like what?
Pride and insecurity, bro. You don't
Okay,
think so?
for
Some
instance,
simple. Yeah, give me a simple example.
okay, so some insecurities directly affect your self-esteem. Like, maybe they might have some. I don't really use no woman example.
No,
but
yeah,
I try to keep
it's
up
general.
woman.
yeah.
Generalize.
Just general, yeah.
Something that can be applied to like both male and females.
Okay, so let's say as a man, maybe minute too. Maybe I'm not too happy with
The height.
okay, no, let's say not my height. let's say I'm not really comfortable speaking in public or whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm not confident in my vocabulary.
Yeah.
I'm just really reserved or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that can be some insecurity that I have that, I just don't want to be embarrassed, but I'm going to think of that are prideful, but I just don't want people to laugh at me. So I just
and
That's pride,
keep
bro.
my mouth shut.
I think it's pride, right? But watch now. So okay, suppose now you approach someone has recognized the fact that you may have shortcomings in that specific area, and then someone has approached to help you or give you some guidance and some counsel in that area, and you still refuse because of
Well, I mean, because if it's something that really affected me to that level,
yeah.
it might take a little bit more than
got you.
a gentle
I got
coercing by somebody to
I got
actually
you.
get me
No,
out of my
it can
shell.
be even something that you need, like what you call them. We talk to them. What you call the people that you talk to again?
It's like a therapist.
Therapist and so.
Uh-huh.
You understand? It could be something as deep as that, but at the end of the day, it boils back down to
Pride.
Hey, J Tover, me so
Right.
can you know me a confident man, right? And every time Bash a shot comes, me feel uncomfortable, bro. And that's just pride, no. Can you just not want to associate the word, eh? And that whole term, eh? We don't have to do it, man.
But you see, because okay,
That's
what
just
I
pride.
believe it is J Toven, when we say pride, it come across as we're saying something negative as, but everything that you're saying is correct. It could be natural insecurities in certain areas of your life, but you're insecure because of pride.
Perfect example. Perfect example. For me here, for me here go slow now. Right? And me self-conscious about it. But I couldn't care less. Me still rock that. Communicate. No pride there. Be the business, bro. But me insecure about them, you understand?
So, okay, so are
No, I
we,
mean,
sup-
find
are
that
we
me feel
supposed to?
insecure about them then.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
myself-
aware of it.
myself aware
You're
then.
aware of it,
My aware
but
of
you're
it,
not
yeah.
insecure because you don't care.
No, slightly, but bro, Bash, you have to take into consideration, right? You talk to somebody man, in the music industry for about a good 5 years, right? Prior to in the industry, music industry, from an artist standpoint, you look from DJing standpoint, you look from inherently getting on from the owners. So, bro, I don't know, you can't tell me that man don't have to deal with before.
This is
So
what I say.
the shit back just
Exactly.
damage. It just
You're
rupture.
already conditioned to handle whatever it is that are coming your way.
Really
So you're
shit.
really, how come you're aware of it as it might say maybe little insecurity. People might say something, but you're in a cake. You're just in a cake.
Don't pride there.
You understand?
But my question
it kind of
is-
goes to your point, right? Because you say, and again, saying all that, say kind of slightly prove to your point, right? But at the end of the day, the person and them, what I'm trying to say is the persons that have pushed back on the insecurities that they are aware that they have, are the pride. If
But,
them do all for try to hide them and mask them and do all
Some sort
that,
of
that's the
pride,
pride, yeah.
because of how you think people are gonna perceive you.
Okay, so where okay, let me ask this question. Where do we strike the balance then? Because there are a lot of, at least I find that there are so many negatives that we attribute to pride. Yet still, On the other hand, you know, I want to tell people, yo, you need to have pride in yourself. You need to have pride in
Because
this and
it's
pride.
a
So what you be? I
a
suppose to
two-way-
have pride and I have no pride.
no, you can have pride, but you see, it depends on one of them words in one of them fun English words that have double meaning. You understand? But I mean, okay, look, perfect example. We were just speaking about this before we started recording. Zion Williamson,
Mhm.
and I say he physically able, but he's not mentally there. Why? Because people are talking about it on social media, and he wait and this and he too fat and I'm too much and you understand? A pride.
Tell you, the boss probably in your man scroll past social media.
A pride. You understand?
Hey,
So I mean, and on the other hand, on the flip side of that, that's what you just say. I would tell you, yo, boy, be proud of where you be, boy. Proud of where you come from, boy. Have pride in yourself, boy. Are you that? You check?
the way how you present that, you make it sound like an oxymoron, boss. Like I always say, like
This is what me say.
It
This is
funny.
exactly
It can
what
be
me- this is
confusing,
exactly what
I'm
I'm
say,
saying.
because you can tell somebody that listen, boss, you too. Okay, so for instance, when I look at somebody that boastful or prideful, when you say prideful, you think about somebody that boasts, maybe full themselves and
Yeah.
that kind of something,
Yeah.
right? And we will decry that. But on the other end, somebody that I'll consider
But if it,
maybe worthless and that, yo, boss, so you left for your yard? Have some pride, boss.
but you think someone who shows off, like show, you feel that a pride, you would attribute that to pride. Me didn't think of pride that.
Well, you see, that's
Yeah. Me didn't think
well,
that. You
I
think
think,
that's
and I
pride?
think that's probably why I was having such a hard time understanding where y'all were coming from, because I was attributing pride or you're thinking of pride as synonymous with the kind of boastfulness.
No. I think pride is more to the effect. Okay, for example, like take me for example, right? Where I'm from, you understand? Ghetto youth, you understand? So now a lot of people would look down on people and persons from that particular part of the country, you understand? So, but I have pride in where I'm from. I'm not ashamed to say, I come from ghetto. You check?
So let me ask you a question now. So do you think there's a dichotomy between what the word they mean, pride and insecurities? Are they in tandem? Like one like they're one in the same?
Well, it depends, boy. It
A difficult one, bro.
Yeah, it depends.
Because the way how you make them sound is like a two different something. It's like, yo, you have insecurities
And
you
you have pride. Yeah.
But in my
They're tied together.
opinion,
To me,
it's
yeah,
like
they,
once you have insecurities, the pride right behind.
yeah.
If you have pride, then the insecurities are what drive the pride. So they're like they're so I mean, no.
Because
But at the same time, you're making a good point where you say, but you have to have pride
Yeah,
in yourself. You
because
have to
I'm
present
not
yourself.
insecure about where I'm from. You understand? A two prime minister get to produce. Although one take off a pint, but I get to
How many prime minister I ever have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
So
boss,
I mean, yeah.
Lester Bird, Honorable Sir Brian,
The late VC.
Baldwin.
Yeah, our VC,
VC.
Papa.
Do we consider Walter? He
No,
be a
he
premier,
was premier. So
right?
we
So I
we
have 4.
basically, yeah, Papa.
And here,
Foster.
you can say 3,
Baldwin.
and you can say 3 come from ghetto. We can point extension, point and Villa extension of ghetto. Okay, you can run go all the way down. So you can say all 3 come.
I mean,
that's what I
as yeah, so you just like so that's what that's what I would attribute pride to. Like when I say have pride in where you're from or where you stand for. Say if you stand for whatever it is, you can have pride in that. The fact that you stand for that. But when you're boast off and go on, like, yeah, I have this. That's not pride. That's just boast for egotistical. You understand? To me personally.
Hey, but this might be a very random segue, right? But you just trigger one thought in my mind. Dude, how 4 prime minister I ever had?
Yeah. So,
Our independence real young, the boss.
bro, remember one party lead for
Hold
25
on,
years
for
unbroken now.
me mother older than anti-independence now.
So, you know, auntie.
No, but I don't even have like a grace with the country, man.
Yo,
Boy,
and
daddy, you can compound right now, boss.
Yo.
Next
I
topic,
want
boss.
the grace on the country. Our country young in terms of independence.
When they say grace on the
As in
country,
terms of independence, I'm still at 40 something years. I'm still like, yo, you know, my people 40 something until can't figure out their life.
What have to do it? What have the price of
Boss,
fish?
you know your company can be apologies for ignorance.
Me understand.
Hold on, hold on. Hold on,
Ignorance
fellas,
is undefeated, me boss.
Undefeated, boss.
So the comment should be no apologies for ignorance. so,
Fellas,
you know.
I'm not trying to say, fellas, hear me out. I am not trying to say, right? Let's be clear. I'm not trying to make excuses for the current situation and the climate of the country. But just realize, or just in our conversation, having a realization that there are people that are 40-something years that still can't figure out their life.
Boss, you missing.
And our country of 40-something years of
You
independence.
have countries around the world who may be just the same age as Antigua in terms of independence, and maybe a little older, and have done so much more.
All hearts on the same.
Exactly.
That they won't have
So no try go on like if because I'll be 40-something that I was supposed to. No, try that.
My apologies, fellas. My apologies.
That's not saying that our country hasn't advanced and reached a long way.
We have.
In the time.
But still need to be better.
But things can be done. Things can always be done to improve the situation, irrespective of who is in governance.
Maybe that's a war cause out in a war in and out because everybody think like how me think too. Just young and them have like a grace with how things are move, whereas they need to be more stern and be more assertive, I guess.
Well, you see,
and less passive aggressive. I don't know.
Because sometimes I think depending on your outlook, you hear people talk about glass half full and glass half empty.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes some of them glass half full outlook can help to retard your progress. Because, they will have people that sit down and say...
You don't know he not hold no punches.
No, I mean, that's how me feel. They have people that will sit and say, look how far we've come. Yeah. And look how far we've come. And I mean, I think any progress from one point A to point B should be celebrated. You understand? But then we can celebrate, leave it there, and we can also embrace the harsh reality that they're point B when I really supposed to be point D.
Not even D, I suppose they J, K, L, M, and O.
You understand? But people try to make it seem as if, well, you point out that reality or that fact that you're being ungrateful or
against the current regime.
Or you're against
the current regime.
Nothing to do with that.
It does have to do with the current state of the country.
Irrespective of who is in governance.
Irrespective.
Yeah.
Again,
exactly.
No matter.
In a start yesterday. I was supposed to look further.
Which goes to my next question. Well, what I wanted to ask was, what do you guys think about the notion that we as developing countries, do you think do you think it's gonna take us 100 years before I get to that point? Do you think we will in our time we will ever see that get any closer to developed?
Not with leaders with antiquated mentality, antiquated vision, antiquated ways of thinking.
Because, for example, one of the main reasons why I asked, right? Yeah, following the trend that happened in the States right now as it pertains to digital transformation, right? When I say digital transformation, how are we transfer how things are moved in terms of the digital space and
currency
tech
and
currency and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So if you notice, America try to move away, most countries try to move away from the actual physical cash and now moving to this whole card swiping, everything digital, right? My biggest issue is half of the people in Antigua didn't even know if we go and take money from ATM, bro. Yo, just let them do the ATM have to teach somebody over take their own money. And
that happens to me a lot.
No, but my thing is, not only that they don't know how to take the money from the ATM, they also don't know the risk of asking me, a complete stranger, to help them take money from the ATM for themselves.
But you see, glass half full, I'll just be on like a glass half full for 1 second. It is also a blessing that we live in a country that
I was just waiting for him to
ask the person next to you, hey, help me with this ATM transaction.
That goes to the fact that the climate, the culture of the country is still...
Which is cool. That is true. But it also attracts.
Try that the American, no?
No, but what I still, but glass half full. But me could show the glass half empty, which now forces the scammer them that wherever they come from, come to a new territory and realize, what? I don't know nothing. Wait, that's so cool, Abby. All right, come here, millions. Yeah. Scammer them there and them pan turf. Boss, me doesn't talk to an event promoter right now. A card the man have to use like a credit card to get the party right now. The boss tell me about 50 tickets. About 50 tickets them man print for event, no bro. I want to eat free, no, all inclusive, no.
I see dangers with that though. I think I see it as a way of governments actually gaining more control over your finances. Because when them man say, when them man say black, the black no.
But that's probably a part of the reason why they're even trying to go there. It may not be at the top of the list, but
eventually
top five,
they need to be in control of everything, every single thing.
And therefore, anybody that like criminal come and disappear, wherever, them man want to freeze you out, then freeze you out.
Because if you eliminate hard currency like cash, physical money, for example, everything you have to do is like buy card or some sort of digital transaction. You can't hide.
The moment you swipe, you're ready.
You can't hide
on the network.
You can't criminals and so. Not that you use
but you real easy for real now because check them out like this. Even if you even if I don't, let's all say me, the criminal, even if I don't use my card, but me and Bash close, I'm gonna say, oh Bash, shit, what going? You got to buy some stuff for me. If the man can only prove that me and Bash close, and they can see some unnecessary transaction from Bash card. Because remember after a while, it could be a trend. No. If you go for a perfect example, and this is why I don't understand, and this is no shot to no supermarkets in Antigua, right? But from a marketing standpoint, I don't understand how some supermarkets in Antigua have one of them digital POS system and they can't market to individuals in terms of, bro, I'm going to go supermarket and I'm buy the exact same thing every month, bro. And when month end come, I go in the supermarket, it's not there. And in order for me to understand, for know when it back in the stock, I have to go there every single day.
Tito, they don't have to.
When you can just send me an email when you have all information.
They don't have to.
Because the market now dictated.
There's no level of competition that dictates them making any drastic moves like that outside of the norm.
And I just realized Antigua even have a hypermarket now. Our supermarket and grocery stores are now. Oh no, my lie. Kennedy's our hypermarket. Hypermarket are when like Massey and Caspro and Sam's and so in the States.
Yeah, no, but
where the membership club and them where you can just go and just buy them some in the bulk and them something so like cases and them something so I don't think we have distribute.
I think Kennedy's have that.
Kennedy's club and hypermarket then, but
yeah, I mean
glass half empty. So you see how many things can be done.
No, but just find the digital transformation
that
thing is very scary.
Feasible proposition for here.
What? A hypermarket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can work.
I think so.
The only issue is the biggest issue is the biggest in order for a hypermarket working CMC and hypermarket. You can consider, no? Maybe.
I wouldn't really consider that.
Well, yeah. The only how I personally think that most hypermarkets can work in Antigua if I get things rough with you, boy.
Now say it can't work,
no,
but to me,
Antigua,
inflation
right?
so up there right now that
it's even high in Antigua, man, for real. Because me tell you, when we walk through a certain supermarket in Antigua, and they had the lane with the big deals and them. If one lane I was full, another lane there, boy. All the rest lane never empty. They look 1, 2.
Yo, I want to build back XPZ boss. Yo, man,
you build back?
I said when I never get. Yo, get them man to come build back XPZ boss.
Yo.
And this is not hard, right?
Yeah, them sending back.
Moving right along. No, but I think the last thing I read is that they're considering asking for asylum after sentencing, so you can stay. So okay. I don't know how that goes, but
anyway, moving right along.
Yeah, but no, I gone up on a different tangent because the whole political thing. But J. Tovin, you had a question that you want to ask the massive as it pertains. Me right there, but my carry left just a little bit. But as it pertains to communications and emotion and pride, yeah, you have a very important question that the boy each other question. The boy question is tough.
Pause.
Yo.
What do this guy boss?
No, you know me like choose more words wisely. But here we are. So I am of the opinion
that
I was talking to somebody, and it was a group of us actually,
Yeah.
and we started to discuss men and the fact that men don't naturally
Show emotion.
show emotions, or they will show emotions to a certain point, but certain high level emotions or really intense emotions, they shy away from. So we got on the topic specifically of men crying. Men crying. And not just crying in general, but crying
I see you like all the time.
crying to women, right? And so
Hold on, context. Crying to woman as in begging woman, or crying as in no, because it's very important. Right? No. Okay, for
That's
serious.
why.
That's
That's why we
you
load them
don't
up.
understand why I'm laughing.
laughing.
I'm laughing because that was my response as well.
Okay, cool.
You understand? The context to me matters, right?
Of course.
So, so for me personally, I am not against the act of crime, period.
Hold on. You're not against the what?
Act of crying. Why am I making so funny? Okay, I'm not against crying.
Yo! And you want to tell me about pride and insecurities? What a wicked man.
Hey,
Look how you set up that day. I'm not against the act of what?
Okay. I'm have a try
Hey,
culture one
emotion,
kind
bro.
of. Okay, yes. I'm not against crying, but to me, there's certain things that a man can get the pass for cry for, and certain things that just outside.
Who you for dictate when I'm a bad, bro?
No, me just talk about me personally.
Oh,
This was my contribution to the discussion.
This is his
You understand?
contribution to the discussion.
So for instance, I would say, okay, sometimes when it comes to things like maybe overwhelming stress, or whatever, sickness, whether it be you or somebody close to, friend, whatever, death, them kind of things to me
Okay.
is fair game.
Okay.
You understand? But
When it comes
when
to
it
woman,
comes to a man crying for beg back on woman, or maybe get left and
ask it that.
please,
So you go sometime. Continue.
I love you, take me back and balling session and so. I mean, that's a strong no for me, right? Females at least would say that.
Hold on. So you okay for a woman cry to a man, but you not okay for a man cry to a woman?
I say that.
Okay. That's a double
Yeah,
check.
say
That's
that.
a double check.
Then I talk for no woman, then they got to talk for themselves. I'm only saying what was told to me, right?
Hey, me just try to make sure I'm clear. When I try
Right.
for us create no conversation with people can say I'm misogynistic or
Well,
me
that's
just
what
want
we
for
don't want to talk for no female. You understand?
any pocket that can be misunderstood
Okay, so in the conversation,
yeah.
female said that, they don't really have an issue with the man crying. You understand? However, if it's a situation that, let's say I left you, I broke up or whatever, and you cry for beg me back or whatever. They weren't really in favor of that, but they understood it. So me say, well, for me personally, I don't think that you can cry for beg back on a woman and that woman ever respect you ever again. She might pity you, she might feel sorry for you. Because anybody's gonna feel, well, not anybody, but I think most women will have a level of empathy
It's ironic.
for a man that is broken right in front of them.
Let me cut you
But
off.
then go home and then go say, this man is really a ball of snot come out his nose and all, and kind of somebody sitting in front of me like
Well,
that bass.
let me cut you. Okay, it's ironic and what's funny. 2 seconds ago you say you can't talk for no woman, but no, you talk for them.
No, I know. I'm relaying to your conversation that I had.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he
So
said.
that's
He
what
said
them-
the female.
that's what them
Yes.
So them they say they can't respect a man and then something.
No, me no think that them they can respect no
I
man
wanna
that just
tell you.
ball
He
in
said that
front of them.
he said the female said that she's not for the man crying for her, but she understands it.
Yeah.
So
So she
can't talk for
wouldn't take him back based on that, but she wouldn't necessarily.
Respect him.
She said she wouldn't lose respect for him because of.
because that's what I'm about to tell
Because
you.
of him
Because
crying.
some woman, right? I'm gonna tell you certain things. some woman, right? If them from a certain area, they grow up in a certain way and raised in a certain way, then that's valid. They're not gonna respect you. Whereas some woman actually use that as validation for say, okay, this man they really love me. Cause some woman just want to see emotion. Cause most men does again, according to the person, you just have to know who you deal with. For me personally, that's why I'm try to analyze, or I try to analyze in any situation I'm going. I'm try to analyze, and sometimes emotions will take you, bro, that you just can't help but cry. You understand? That's the only how you gonna know if that woman they respect you or not respect you. At that point, and actually an epiphany as well too for you and understanding, and you come to a realization that alright, if you cry to that woman, and this is seriousness, cause I'll get to the shit soon. If you cry to a woman, right, and she deal with you in a certain way and say, boy, you cry for me don't like that little prom this thing you're going with no. Then you realize, alright, say less. You cut. You can't fight over that. But that woman get emasculate you, bro. In every angle. Because right then she don't lose her respect for you. But if you cry to a woman, and while you cry, you see the girl drop down and she and start wipe you and start cry with you too. I'm married, you married that. Me married that. Me tell you straight up.
Well, but again, context. Why are you crying?
It don't matter why you crying.
So
it
cry,
doesn't matter.
just cry. Period.
Hey, if the girl left you and you start bawling, oh baby, take me back, and she drop down and she and say, oh boom, okay, I'm sorry, Jack, I'm gonna take you back. I for you, woman. But if when you cry for she and she tell you, partner, what do you boss? Yo, grab one, I gotta go prom. Then you realize I'm for you. Cut it. But big man think to the jokes though. If you cry over the woman because she left you, then partner, hey, let me just not say nothing, see, because me might get one and me. I see for social media.
Hombre. Me not cry for no man. Me not cry, boss.
I don't know that they come.
Yo, as Jay told say, right? If it's like you're a family member, sickness or death or something, yeah, that's fine. You understand? Because that has happened to me before actually. You understand? And me cry, me go in front of the girl, and me put my head in she lap. Eh?
For a girl.
No, before girl, wait tripping. There was a scare with my mom.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm cue me in there, actually. I'm gonna get a phone call. You check a message, so you can't knock my boom. I'm telling me go in the room there, right? I put my head in that lap there.
I can tell
and me bad, bro. You check? But outside of that, yo, me not care how much me love she dog. Yo, me go my yard, right? And cry. And do what me
That
do.
is what I said. Well,
But
I mean,
tired.
it's not the crying now.
Okay, so hold on. So let's have a context.
Go home,
now.
go cry in a pillow.
So
If
you're
it's that-
saying
if it's
don't
that
cry
serious.
in front of her.
No, I'm not saying what anybody else should do. I'm saying for me.
No. But what we're saying is,
If it's that
Anna, for
serious.
crying in front of she, you can cry, but don't
Because
got to cry in front of she.
man in a state, you understand?
Okay,
man a human being still, but
Yeah,
like,
it might really love she. It might
yeah,
be funny,
it might hurt you. It might.
Me tell
But
you, the same thing happened to me now too, bro. When Fumo kick the bucket, bro. Me remember me the hostile, cool. Everybody crying on me, cool. And as soon as me reach you, you know
Brought down.
what? Emotion take over me, bro.
when
you know what happened.
when my grandmother passed away,
Yeah.
everybody cried, dog, except me. Right? Everybody cried except me. And so when I was at the funeral, everybody else except me now cry. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody else did cry.
Yeah.
I mean, they cry yet. When I was
never
at the
dealt with
funeral, I
it.
cry from beginning to the end. I had to do the eulogy and so. I'm go up on the stage with the eulogy. But can't hardly talk, boss.
Same thing with me now too. When me they bury my brother, I'm up there do the eulogy. He me rough boy.
I
Like
tell you.
my cousin wife, me have to literally come up there and then she start read, and then when she start read, me realize, yo, Melo, what you do, boss? Tall from brother eulogy now. Yo, who you can read up there? What you do, boss? Excuse me, please. If I see me ever hold back tears, boy, and then after a while, I just, but again, bro, listen to me. Me don't cry to woman already, but not in the sense of, which I think hard. I don't think in the sense of begging back. In the sense that, yo, you go through whatever you go through and you deal with certain things emotionally. And you're a girl. So,
Tall.
no.
Me hear what you're saying.
No, me not talk about, no, hold
on.
on. Me not talk about in the sense of for she, in that sense.
Yeah, I
like,
understand what you're saying.
me talk about like,
You
deal with-
personally going through something.
yeah, like even the same death of the old man, my brother. So, and
Yeah,
then
but that's
she
different.
then-
I'm gonna say
right.
that's death and so, but like,
But I've learned from an early age, the crying never really happened, but the beg back, me don't beg back already. But without the crying. And the way how that person they look at me if I'm just begging back without the crying. If water me supposed to come, me eye, I like an auntie on the job for 10 years. I fasted at the job. Just to mirror how the girl does vision, how the girl does look on you. I look on me realize, there's no respect.
What inspire you for one cry for one girl for back back?
What inspire me?
Yeah.
Hold on, first and foremost, bash me what?
Me not ask you what you mean, I ask you what
No,
inspire
me
you.
try. It helps.
Yeah, what inspire you?
No. Again,
Wait. What helps?
The age. Boy, experience, boy.
Me thinking of crying in minutes.
No, mean about 19.
Big man,
I said 13.
About 19.
Yes, the back said 12 or something.
big man, every bass.
Hold on. Watch this, yeah. I can laugh with me
Yo.
all you want. No pride there.
19
Notice me by the podcast time. No pride there. No, yeah.
19 is
I
enough.
see when he cry over here. I see when he cry.
19 is
I
enough.
see the pride kick. I
If
see
you-
when he
hey.
Bashi. What me say Bashi? I see when he cry.
Yeah, like, if you commit on
Well,
crime at
see.
17:35, don't care. No, big man, every day.
Partner. I ask you when he
Me
cry.
ask you.
Okay,
Me
then.
ask you.
Ask you.
But you don't answer.
He not. Oh.
Wait a minute.
Kazawa.
Me don't know.
Pride.
Listen, no. I'm
Me
not
about
saying.
90, I'm gonna cry for a
No,
girl,
no.
bro. But
Let me
here,
tell
I'm
you,
gonna go to
I'm
shit for
not- I'm
crying.
not saying that I've never cried in front of a woman. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's
I
what you're
can-
crying for.
Yeah.
Oh no, me not cry for back back. Me cry cause me get a lash. And my confront she confirmed the lash. So I start crying but feel
But that even worse.
bash, I lash me get lash na bash.
So that even worse.
No, me prefer for cry than to do anything else, bro. You take one say bro.
No, man.
Okay, so what
No,
you
Melo.
no hold
No,
on.
man.
What would you have preferred Melo do?
Huh?
What would you have
Go
preferred
ahead.
Melo do?
You have to exit stage
Yeah,
left
yeah.
pass.
That's what me do.
Oh no. But I
Exit
understand
stage
what me
left.
say.
Yeah.
I don't know big ball, you know.
It no matter.
All you
Make
can take
it.
come and me do
Make
something
it.
cut of that.
Make it.
After the taste start for I'm tell you, I'm cut.
Yo, you make she see.
You can't make she see that.
She see, man.
You make she see.
Yeah,
that
she
now.
see.
That's what that is.
She see. She see.
Ah.
Yo, me no favorite cry boss. And here, let me tell you since when me no favorite. Before me the stone cold, bro. I'm gonna tell you honest to God truth. Before me the stone cold. And when me realize me have to bury for my brother and for my father back to back, right? Yo, me cry so much within them 2 days, right? That right now, it's like, man, no. But right now, me no favorite cry. If it's not about me bad boss. But for a cry for if me get knuckle right now, I find me get knuckle right now. One girl left me right now. One situation go left right now. But me quick tell you, yo, let me cry back, boy.
Boss, man, in a crying business, boy.
But you see, that's the thing. That's the thing now. Women will think that, he didn't really care. Or he didn't really this. Because they're not seeing.
On girl never left you, you going to cry?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
I've cried
You
over.
think, no try that tactic they can answer the question. Yes, I know.
No, me answer the question.
Yeah, hold on. You hear the deflection, go right? I'm not saying that. No, more here, yes.
No, Melo, what I'm
I
saying
know.
is, listen to me. I'm going to answer your question. I have shed tears, yes, over relationship and relationship-related issues.
Okay, cool.
I have.
Yeah.
You understand?
Hold on. Hold it out there.
No. I get emotional, but I never cry. No.
No, me went down my pillow already. Me not gonna lie. But me just cannot.
Hey, yo.
I just have not given
You had cold, bro.
that
Go ahead.
satisfaction to the female for see them observe that.
But why, though?
Because
Pride.
but here,
Let's see me now say
For
so.
me, right.
Pride. And that's the way it be.
for me, right. If somebody telling me, somebody say, Bash, you know, it's
Oh, God.
yo, all done, it's over, whatever, bam. To me, you know me here,
Huh?
Bash, you don't want me. That's the only me here now. So if you don't want me, what me cry over you for? If you don't want me, yo, Bash me, you know.
Zilla.
In my mind, that's what. So if you don't want me, you understand? Why am I crying? They cry over somebody that don't want me.
Hey, yo. You
Dad.
can tell the boy to come from the school of cartel.
No, but you cry for the. Yeah, I mean, you could be crying for the hurt of the situation. You could be crying for
Yo, listen. One
the
time.
early years in
But
the
notice,
relationship
no,
that you thought it was something that it
I never
wasn't.
said that it won't affect me. I'm not gonna feel them. They get me wrong now. But me now give you the validation, man.
Okay, that man understand.
Yeah.
But listen.
But that's what I'm show you. That's why. But see, that's the thing. That's why a lot of women, I believe, have the thing that and figure that man heartless and man care and whatever because men are not showing them that emotion. But they don't realize that in our quiet moments and away from them, we still have those same emotions and you know, express ourselves, whatever.
Bro, and here, we indirect. Listen, all I'm saying is this. I agree with Bash as well, too. I'm agree with you to some extent, right? If one girl left me and she didn't see me cry in front of she, and that me not feel them, but me go on, me go feel them. I've been in relationships with girl left, and I'm say I feel them to the core, right? Like I feel them so much, right, that I just disappear, bro. My ghost. Man, this ever come and call me and say, yo, boss, I understand you got you, but yeah, I'll do it. Now I go up on the road. Because sometimes I have to remind the streets where you understand? Me in the middle of the Dan, that's Bash saying
Yeah,
Zilla.
at the Dan.
And you just have to just do road. And when you do road, two girl, I say, hey, man, a long time I see. I'm say, Tid, cool, you bounce back. That's just my situation. How many billion people in this world?
But I don't see like if what I'm struggling to understand is right. If a female tells me, "Are you Mellow?" that they don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
Why do they expect you to cry for that? In front of them, I mean. Like,
yo, listen,
why,
some woman, hey, women are
whether
complex,
or not,
right?
yeah, but sorry,
Go ahead,
whether or not you cry in front of them doesn't change the fact that they don't want you.
I get
You
it.
understand? So why did they want you to show that emotion? Oh, babes, please, no.
That's a mellow.
No, but hear me out. I'll step on this too long, right? But let me say this to you, bro. I have been in situations, right, where you don't know how this roll back in the day. Man, just cold, bro. And I've been in situations where some females literally would say things to evoke an emotion out of you, just to see if.
But they should know. They should know who Bash is. So you saying that knowing who Bash is, you know, you not get the emotion there.
Let me explain.
And also, that is manipulation.
Yeah,
on her part. That a manipulation.
They told the man come back tonight to be apologies to play the thing.
Oh, you reach all the way manipulation, bro.
Listen, if she is saying that just for see,
how can it be
if she can get emotion out of you, she'll manipulate you.
You just said she's saying
toy with it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If a girl cry in front of you, you can respect she after that?
Of course. But she's a female. Yo, yeah, this is the next thing, like, and as I said, we don't want to stay on this too long, but you have to understand. Men and women are two totally different creatures.
Well,
men are logical beings. Women are emotional beings.
Well, this goes right into the next topic, which is a good segue. Can you insult someone into submission? When I say insult, like emotionally, can you emotionally force somebody into submission? So it goes back down to the crying then. But woman try for cry you and make you feel inferior, make you feel guilt you into the fact that okay, shit, I have a stick here then.
Like guilt trip you into staying with her?
So in any form, in whether crying to you, whether making you feel less of a person. Like for example, like I've been on social media, market research, right, for a situation in the middle, right? And you don't know when you scroll, you see certain things in reels and feeds and so. And there is this thing where women, well, the one that I saw is women. I mean, no men do it too. Like they talk down on a woman so much that they make them feel so belittled that they don't feel like they can do that. Nobody else can value them.
Mm-hmm. The men do that. Yeah,
both.
Men. Okay.
That nobody else can value them but them.
Yeah.
So then talk down on them and say, look at you big fat, you're skinny hard,
you're short,
your head
black,
big.
some things up, yeah.
So automatically that person, whether male or female, feels so inferior that they're just checking. Even okay, me feel like it is, but he don't only wanted to give me. Let me just stay. So let me ask you: can it be a situation? Let me not say can it be because it is a situation, right? So the question really is: do you think? Have you ever been in a situation where somebody ever tried to do that to you?
Me personally, no.
I have not.
Because I am not the person that from day one. From day one.
Yeah.
When you get to know me, when you meet me,
yeah,
you already garnering with the type of person that I am from first conversations.
I'm heavy on respect, me, bro.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah,
anybody violate me and disrespect me, bro, in any way. Yeah. I mean, they sure I want farms off.
So yeah,
off
so it's
mic,
just
right. But anybody disrespect me or violate me, bro, male or female.
It just depends on those principal moments. How you establish yourself and stuff from the beginnings.
Yeah, especially if it's a situation that is clearly a game plan for this person. So me not talk about, getting one little squabble and, some insults, toss back and forth. If you see that this person has game plan on whether it be a daily basis, weekly basis, or whatever, for really try to destroy your self-esteem, then tell.
Yo, but even that too, bro. Even that too. Even if I get now like a scrabble and you might say something for this that gonna make me feel a certain type of way, I just for try to get me vexed out. Bro, me get start up on you weird, bro.
Yeah, because people are doing. I know people who have been in relationships like that, like it didn't start off abusive, verbally abusive, anything like that. But like, for example, say something happened during the relationship, and they get in some kind of argument afterwards. Then bring up that same something that happened for you understand. They keep bringing up things that the person has done.
Exactly.
To let them feel less of.
So what you think will happen when you done cry and beg back? And she said, "You, you, that a cry? That Missy Snot come out here and knows a beg back for me? You know what I mean?"
So you got people that actually go through these things like on a daily basis, like within their own personal relationships, whether marriage or just as I said, they with or whatever. That their significant other actually does that, is verbally abusive to them.
Yo, because
everything that they don't do 5 years ago and how much a man done you grow on and you understand things that you confide with in them information that you tell them then turn on and use against you.
So this is another segue now. Going into this now. So patience, right? How much patience should you have? Or what level of patience should you have when going into a relationship? While in a relationship with somebody that you claim say you love. For example, again, most of these things derive from, and this question come from one DM. I've had it a long time, but again, we haven't shot. We on a shooting episode in a long time, so a question that may hold. So they sent a clip as well too. I didn't store the clip or anything, I just wrote it down in my notes for ask the question, right? But basically, I may go off my notes here. Basically, it was a situation where somebody was saying, in the clip they were saying, no, if you have a child today and the child is born, the child don't know right from wrong. So no, you gonna have the amount of anything that child do, you're gonna have a ton of patience with that child because that's your child. You raise that child, right? But in a relationship, as soon as a man or a woman do anything that out of the ordinary, you're quick for those call it quits. No, you will sum up to say, and I had this conversation with a few individuals, 2 female and 1 male, and they will say, "Oh, me not raise no big man." True. Oh, big man supposed to know right from wrong and they're supposed to know how to act and way. Which is true. But at the same time, you have a certain level of patience with the child. Saying that to say, so now my pushback to the conversation now was, but you did not raise that man. If you understand where I may come from, that man was raised, or that woman was raised in a that person was raised in a completely different environment with different set of values and traits that they adapt from whoever raised them. Now, clearly there are qualities that attract you to that person, but certain things you just not have the patience for. In my opinion, I'm saying, listen, put it on the table, back to communication. Say, hey, these are the things that I don't like. These are the things that I kind of expect in this relationship, and I'm willing to have the patience with you. If you say you love me, you will acknowledge these things and you will try your best to not make me feel uncomfortable. And you as well too. Because I said to them, but the same thing with you. Because I show 1,000,001 something that person they do, that you do, that the person don't like. But maybe they just can't verbalize them to you enough, express themselves to you, for tell you, yo, I don't like these things and I'm very impatient with them, but then does not express them. Which means that if they're still in a relationship with you, they're expressing a level of what?
Patience.
Because more want to assume that indirectly they try to do certain things for send you signals so that hey, then I like that shit.
But I believe all of us have been in relationships. All of us have been through and probably still going through those things on a daily. Because it doesn't matter who you're with.
Yeah.
That person is going to exhibit characteristics or traits that you just not like. They just can't deal with. and you will tell them about it over and over and over, and they will still do them. So that is you exercising some level of patience. And I think it will always happen as long as you're interacting with an ex-human being. It just depends on what is it that we're talking about.
Because what am I trying to say in the clip and the question as well too is what they were really trying to say is like this: you won't give up on your child, somebody that you love. If you claim say you love me in a relationship, then you're supposed to exercise, in their opinion, they're supposed to exercise the same level of patience they exercise from a child for the relationship. What I think a lot of people get misconfused when I ask the group about the question, I may get to is they keep saying, but it's a child. So I can't afford to give them that level of patience.
Which is true.
But you don't raise the big person, eh?
Yeah, but
you are raising that child.
But
So
big.
But you are raising that child, bro.
Yeah, but they're big.
For me, it's kind of hard. It's okay. To me, it's kind of hard to draw that parallel of a child or your relationship as a parent with a child juxtaposed to your relationship with an adult grown person,
fully grown adult person,
right? Because
But you see,
as you
that's
say,
the context
hold on,
is very
listen.
important.
Naturally,
Go ahead.
you would have more patience with the child. Yes,
Because they don't know better.
yes.
Okay.
But I think even in that parent-child scenario, there is, whether it's 2 streets over or 5 streets down the road, there is a cutoff point as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because the child is growing.
Okay.
Right? There is a cutoff point as well.
But the
Now,
cutoff point most times come when the child are a big man. You're not going to cut off on the child when he in it.
It depends.
But you will
It
never cut
depends.
off your child.
It depends.
But that's your child.
It depends.
That person is that your
But
child.
that's your husband. That's
depends.
your boyfriend. That's your girlfriend.
No,
that's
but
your
still,
baby
it
father.
husband and wife
depends.
different than girlfriend and boyfriend.
It still depends. Some people will. Some people, me hear people say that. Listen, me not have a problem with child. The child have problem this and that. But if me in one summer for me child raise up on me in a for me house and knock me, and me hear that he slapped down his mother or something like that, instant cut off for some people.
Yeah.
And then a big yet, like, there might be teens or whatever, but an instant cut for that.
Okay.
And the same thing can be applied in a relationship. So for me, even though you have patience, or even though you should have a lot of patience with somebody that you're in a relationship with, somebody that you claim to love, I think naturally there are some things that you will more lend patience to, and some other things that you will be intolerant of.
Because that's what I'm saying.
So
Though.
it's hard to find a one-size-fit-all answer for that question, because certain things me go able to tolerate and have patience with.
That's what I said to him. It
But
depends on what is it
things
that we're talking
outside
about. Yeah, from the
can't
scope.
come
It
and tell
depends on
me,
scope.
oh, let's say for instance, you have one, you have a girl and whatever, and you are going in a relationship. You already let her know that, listen, like this, me like that, blah 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 blah. She might be a good person and that kind of things. But what if she have certain ways that for you might be embarrassing? Certain ways. So what if she does like see nothing wrong with
Go in the dance and wind up on the next one.
yes, or have your guy best friends that get real touchy feely and close and I'm just gonna spend the night by my guy friend wherever and I'll just talk to you some stuff and whatever. And maybe I'm not trying to say that she's doing anything. Maybe in her mind,
that's exactly
in the land of make believe, maybe it's
naivety. In the land of naivety.
maybe it's innocent or platonic, right? But for me, me can't tell that me got patience for that. Yes, me love you, but man, me can't deal with that. Can't deal with that. Now, if you don't want to cook every day, that's fine. 2-hour work, and I understand. Yeah, if so let's say be a person that really wash too good, and I wash good. Me can have patience with different things, and me say, okay, well, you know what, you're not really good on this. Let me do that. You do this. We compromise, so on and so forth. But there's certain things out the gate
they just not tolerate
that me not have no patience for at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it just depends on what we're talking about,
There's
bro.
certain things that you have about the gate with your child and not gonna tolerate, but you have patience with them.
We got them a children.
Again,
They're children.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. This is my point, Bash. They're children, but you can't harp upon the fact that because they're children, because it goes hand in hand when you say them are children, because when you say statement like they're children, meaning they don't know no better. No, I'm not making excuses for the ones who know better, but then just have some of them who genuinely just don't know better.
Who that? Children,
Big people. They just don't know better, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. You exercise patience with them by letting them know that you don't like these things. And if they keep doing it,
But
how long are you willing to tolerate something that you've already articulated multiple times that, yo, I'm gonna dip on this? You understand what I'm saying? So
No,
I'm not saying the first time, maybe the first few times, couple of times that they do something, you could just throw them. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
But
you
if
have to give them a chance,
but if you keep telling the person over and over and over and over, yo, I'm gonna like this, yo, I'm gonna dip on that, I'm gonna dip on that, and they still keep doing it.
And at some point in time, you have to maybe accept the harsh reality that it moves beyond just them not knowing what to do into really them not even caring about your feelings or what you really want.
That point. Because don't get it twisted, no, I'm not here defending the notion of, having the patience and all that. But just to try for, because I know, I understand it twice, so I don't know the perspective I come from. So just for the conversation purposes, because my guys a pushback keep the conversation. You have to give more perspective, right? Because I do agree. Yo, listen, bro. Yo, yeah. You understand? I 2-3 times. After a while, But at the same time, again, me saying it 2 or 3 times and then cut off. But how am I gonna say the 2 or 3 times? It might be within a span of 6 months, then 8 months, then 1 year after, and then So for me, patience might be a little longer in terms of actually saying something. But there are some people that this week they gonna say him, next week they gonna say him again. Matter of fact, I don't even go a week. And the 2 hours after they do, go ahead, Jack. Cause so that's what me try to give you the context in. How the patient look?
But
our patients look.
Let me ask you now. So,
is it go ahead?
So sorry.
No. Pretty much me they say is the patient. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Is the patient. Alright, I'm gonna tell you today. I'm gonna watch you. But then again, I'm sure it vary according to the individual too. So
not only that, it vary according to how strongly you really see this person as a realistic prospect for your future.
Circumstances.
You see, and that's the point I was just about to. A question I was about to ask surrounding that point that you just made, because Melo is talking about like how long would you be patient with this person, whatever. But what are we talking about? Because is it that you're already in a relationship with this person? Because if you're already in a relationship with this person, how you get in a relationship with them in the first place? If they're displaying all them kind of characteristics,
come on, bro. That come on. You supposed to know better than
No, seriously,
you
no.
My side with Melo.
No, but
that's
come on.
You're vetting this, bro.
No, he missing. So how
much did they catch you?
Hollywood not easy now. Best supporting actress.
No, I know the reason why I asked that question. So then, should we be speaking of or to the point of how quick we commit ourselves to being with people when we don't really know them?
Hey, you know what? I can't even sign on complete with that, because sometimes, to be honest,
we
know them.
How long it takes to make a put in my front
we
for?
know them. Listen, how many times?
What?
How long it takes to make a put in my front for?
Listen.
You want to tell you, me want to give you no house too. I'll save. Listen, I'm gonna save this for when I have live show.
To be honest though, sometimes.
Bro, I hold to the man when
sometimes the red flag on them bigger than election gone day.
We choose to ignore them.
And I'll just so.
For what? Why do you think we choose to ignore them? For what?
Are you in love?
Huh?
No, what love?
Just in love.
In yo.
I'm not. We just walk in that man. We just tell him, yo, I love this guy. The man they say, yeah, I love boy, yeah, I love nobody. Seriously,
Yeah,
man say love boy, yeah, I love nobody.
I've been there. I've been in situations where you take the nut boat because,
Yeah, sometimes, listen,
decent man.
You know what you be, but, you still have convinced yourself
we
that,
need a panty government. Guys, twins are twins, you understand? Somebody in the panty government.
But that's it. So, all right. So, let's end on this. So, again, on this last topic here. What if you're in a relationship, right? Yo, motherfucker, let me left that the basket. That ain't dumb question. Because when me ask her, if you're in a relationship and a girl can't meet her expectations, why do?
What is expectations? What do you mean?
So let's all say
My question is
not
always
all.
big.
Yeah. But
My
not
question
all the
is always going to
expectation.
be,
Okay.
If she can't make me my expectation, how many relationship is she already? That me off.
Okay, so let me
It
rephrase.
happen.
In a mean once, in a mean all the expectation, it mean one specific expectation. So
You know
Jay
what
Joven,
happened? You know what happened? Because we always feel,
that you can get more better.
that we can change people.
Sure.
Always feel like, listen, so a man
Remember you're enigma.
one man willing
so
for
nah, accept for
one
you.
man, listen, if you see that here what
Somebody
me
have
look
potential.
20 things, right?
Yeah.
But here what boy,
You have about 6.
may get about 14, 6, no 6.
But suppose the most
6 are
important.
feeling great.
Suppose the most important one in the 14. You get 14 no. 14 and 14 good, but
So, hold on.
suppose the most important one in the 40.
So let's all be. So let me be.
Well,
Let's
for
all
me,
be
can't
more
happen.
transparent.
It's the most important. In the
So let's all be
can't happen.
completely transparent then. Let's all say she can work, she can a good job, she can provide, she'd be a great mother, all them son, but she can't cook.
Cooking the least, man. You can teach you how to cook.
You think you understand what I mean? When I say she can't cook.
I'm
Bitch,
not
have to be
forgot
PC, bro. She can't cook. You can say cooking at least because that's a for you criteria. But for a man that lobby belly, cooking is very important.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm not saying cooking is not important, but you
So,
ask
for
me my
that-
personal
Okay then.
perspective.
So I'm saying put your mind in the perspective of somebody that can. Okay, so what would be for you? What would
But
be a no?
okay, hold on before you continue.
Yeah.
When I say cooking is the least,
Yeah.
right? I'm not saying is the least in terms of
She don't have to can cook.
like she don't like she's not like must say all right then I can cook never.
Can't
no,
cook, Tal.
you
Not talk about don't
even
like
if
to
you
cook
can't
now.
cook.
Me talk
Even
about
if you
don't
can't
know how
cook,
now.
if you can't cook, right? No, even if you don't know how, because even if you don't know how, but you're willing to learn, that's different than if you just
Okay.
say,
So this and
me can't cook and that's it.
Listen. So
Because
this and me.
if I was supposed to in a relationship, get married, have a family, what am I supposed to do? Go to a restaurant?
So hold on. So this and me now pushing back just for argument's sake. You say me give you an honest opinion, right? You want to tell me,
Uh-huh.
and this is no offense. I'm not even calling her name. Come on, calling her name. You want to tell me that if you have a girlfriend or a wife, that's to make $2 million annually, and she can't cook, bro, and she's not willing to learn how to cook, you gone?
But money is not everything for me.
You can say, well, but she make two.
I don't care.
No, but understand.
What
I'm
about
saying.
house? What about family? What about a home cooked meal for you?
But she
picnic
can
them?
afford. You guys can afford to hire a private chef. You eat good. You prefer to eat gourmet meals, or you prefer to eat trying? Hold on. Or you prefer? Let me finish.
You're sweet.
When
No,
the
the
start-
pan-
you
you're
prefer to
sweet back
eat
too much,
trying?
man.
when the stock market crash and you are now in the e-currency that we were talking about earlier, and she can't get access to the $2 million and the rice and in the cupboard and the chicken in the freezer, and she can't prepare a me sick. I'm picking them hungry. And me hungry.
I'm sure I'm
What's I supposed to do?
You gotta be crashing the money there.
You want even though you work, even if you make $10 million a year. Even better, you can hire somebody to teach you how to cook.
Yo,
I'm
here
not
what
saying you
go
have
on.
to cook every day.
Yo, here what go on.
But you
Next-
have to learn to do
Why,
things.
Next
Me
podcast,
funny,
may invite Jojo Bass
Me
because
funny
this
bass. This is me.
Yo, woman for cook
Me
bass.
never really find
Well,
myself
let me not say
around
that.
a woman that
Woman
can
for
cook bass.
can cook. Woman for can cook.
Yo, bro, me super domestic, right? So me never look for a woman that can cook, wash, or clean. There's something about it to me. Cause me tell every girl that me in a relationship with, there's no offense to them. And any girl I may ever talk to it, there's no offense to them. But me not think no girl can clean better than for me mama and me. So
Nothing wrong with that.
no try.
No,
You know you have a
can't
try.
tell me.
I'm
wrong
never
with
tell.
that.
No, hold on. Listen to me,
Nothing
man.
wrong with
I'm
that.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm not saying to be super untidy.
Mhm.
I'm not saying to. What I'm saying to try, as in no try for outdo, because in my opinion, it go rough. Because the expectations that me have, I think you got. I not say you can't meet them, but you got to really show me they can meet them in order for me feel comfortable with allowing
No, but see,
somebody
you-
for clean for me area. You understand?
But you
So
are
can always be for
comparing. Me not compare. She don't have to be able to do it better than me. My mommy.
She just
But
has
she
to be
have
able to
to
do
She
it.
have to have some semblance of
Exactly.
understanding how
Exactly,
to do
she
these
just has to be able
basic
to do
things
it.
as a woman, boss.
That's all I'm saying. It's so even coming back to the $2 million a year or whatever you say. I'm not saying she has to be cooking, but she has to be able to can cook in case of anything.
So she can have at least take 2 Jamaican patty from out of the freezer and put them in a microwave and
No, she have can cook and
No, you have
scatter.
to come better than that, man.
hold on, pause,
I mean,
pause. Cause you're not gonna just throw that word outside. Sorry. There.
She ever gonna
What the
cook
hell
and
is this?
scatter?
What is a scatter?
Well, scatter, mix up, throw everything in the pot. She ever gonna cook and pot then?
Man, Pat.
Yeah, man, she ever gonna cook something. When they say she ever
Yo,
cook,
the easiest thing
when
for
they say
cook
she ever
a
gonna turn
rice.
fungi.
The easiest thing for cook, I want to cook up rice.
Yeah.
Rice,
That means
lettuce,
that- that's
beans,
what I scatter.
lick a vegetable, lick a mix,
That's what I scatter.
peas and carrot.
She everything in there.
Right,
It's
and
scatter.
a little, and here, yeah, you can't come out
Slappy.
slappy. Yeah, you have to come out, you know?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Talking about that boy, yeah, I'm think about an,
Yeah, you can do something, man. You, can't
You have you
just-
want a woman that you want a woman that can cook?
Can't just so.
If you want to I can't cook, you know about it. Everybody that I've ever been around,
No, well,
domestic-
well,
hold on, every
can't
girl
cook.
I'm ever date can do. They might can't cook the best,
That's what I'm just saying. Is that
but then can cook.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
you
has
have
nothing
to
to do
know
with being
to do
able
that.
to be chef boy or anybody. It just has to be able to, even if you can't do it, you're willing to learn how to. Can't girl tell me that me don't grown girl like that when I met them at first. Then can't cook. You understand?
I mean, yeah, you
We
don't-
teach them how to do certain things.
you
We
don't-
teach them how to
You
cook.
don't know how to roll
You know
in
the
the
sum setup.
in the costume. You don't know how to catch them. No, well, I don't know about part no problem. No.
That
And
the
you
man-
when me don't try to sass on
Yo,
them.
my big up.
Yo,
You have to big up the crackers pan now and
yo, the handball saying Kimani, right? The
Dynamite.
queen,
Tough crackers.
tough crackers, aka Dynamite, right?
No, you man.
Oh yeah, cause I go to see bro. When the queen cook and pot no. Pause.
And the
Come I
rice
say
man-
pause. I say pause in the beginning.
When I
Listen to
cook,
me.
I was like, boy, Kimani, come on.
Bro, I say pause in the beginning. When the man cook and pot no, all the thugs and they roll out to no. The boss wicked na virgin. The whole girl building in the man. What? You smell that for miles no. The boss. Heck. But me tell you straight. Perfect example for me, and that's why I don't hold that standard as it pertains to cooking. Because for me, I love super local. I understand. Me love my dukuna, I love my potato dumpling, I love my pepper pot, I love my saltfish and
And you do
them-
all that for yourself every time.
no, but the thing is, me used to date somebody. And when she cooks saltfish, the saltfish gummy saltfish. Me don't want gummy saltfish. I want fatty saltfish.
What is
With
gourmet
the
salt?
look.
What is gourmet saltfish?
But I don't even know if I explain them, boy. Saltfish, we don't know fatter than something. Saltfish where the saltfish is boiled. It just look gummy, boy.
Some people
And
cook
it's
like
cold. And you eat it with crackers.
No.
I have a saltfish with
Cold saltfish.
wood bread.
that. Wood
boys.
bread. You have a bread and chop up and
You right. I
Yeah,
want to put on
man.
the bread.
You
You
pear and
yeah,
you pear and
yeah, man.
you
that's
bread
what
turn
I want.
orange.
Yes.
Bread turn
More antique and stuff. You know want to gummy.
The man is selfish now, but for one thing, give me no selfish on bone bass. You have to debone that.
That's cool.
Yeah, of course.
And
No,
then
some
had
people
duck.
does. But some bone might miss though, so because some is fine bone yeah, sometimes. So.
No,
But
the
at least if you
preparation.
try to take out the bone,
Yeah,
there, but some people just left in bone.
No, that's cruelty.
Child.
That's cruelty. That's cruelty, man.
I tell you, boss. Even like one time she cooked. Then time I just eat. One time she cooked sauce with cucumber. I was like, yo, what kind of sauce is this, boss? Cold sauce. Me never knew cold sauce and thing until me met my lady. And me not saying it tastes bad no. 'Cause I back in the day, me not say it tastes bad no, but yo, for me sauce over there, like go steam, brother.
So what it was some she was experimenting
No,
with,
it's
or
a
that
thing.
is just how
It's a
she
thing.
do?
But she found a different culture too. She found a different country. So in their country, that's the thing. But somehow she still preparing gourmet. For example, if she when she does cook goat water, you want for me goat water in a bowl, one of them plastic, one of them ice cream bowl. And then suddenly me want for me goat water in a. She bring goat water in some fine China. Oh man, what this? With garlic bread. Yo, me don't want a garlic bread, boss.
But
So you just uncultured.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a fair
but-
problem.
but you realize-
Girl try to
Whoa,
show
whoa,
you.
whoa. But Jay
Me just rubber.
J2, but you realize he's basically speaking everything to what we're saying. Our woman like a cook.
Exactly.
Yes, man.
You have to
Simple.
hang yourself, man. Come on. I mean,
Yo, me tell this hombre and tell him that hombre tell me, boy, he baby mother not. The boss say, then eat out so much, right? Almost all the restaurants in Antigua, everybody know them. I don't know when them come and what them eat.
Damn.
So then he never have an order none. He come and then sit and don't know what them eat. He say, X and then, hey, man. Then,
Man, if that's a good thing or
because she
bad
don't
thing.
cook,
Period.
period.
And he ever they pay all the time?
Well, me know who pay no cover I really go too deep when it comes to drugs, you know. Because if I take them, that means a bars of
Yo, you know, anything feel better than when you just chill and your girl just bring a plate of food, give it a slap down, boss. And here, for me,
Home cooked
again,
meal.
about Because don't be a talks, right? All fun and games, because of kicks and podcasts, I chat shit. Wait. But realistically, I appreciated everything. Like, because one, I get experience something new. You understand? And them something happen most of the time when I'm having a Cuba, so you don't know school and vibes and whatnot. You experience new things. And I like to do that sometimes. But me, I'm a man that, I tell you straight up, sometimes when I go restaurant, I mean, upon a menu, I see too much of different words that I understand. Me just call the waitress over, I wait over, I say, hello, partner. Rice, chicken, steamed bread.
Well,
Whatever I want to call them, whatever you need for you, just make sure you bring it in front of me. A rice, chicken.
When me get cursed every time for that,
bread.
I get cursed a lot for that because every time you come to the going up part, me eat rice and chicken.
Oh, you have to
Oh,
try
anybody go
something.
restaurant and rice and chicken? We have to eat this. Say, boss, but that's what I want.
That's what I like.
That's
Me
what
want
I
rice
want.
and chicken, but me want put them this style of rice and chicken.
That's what I want. Oh, nobody go restaurant and eat this. Nobody go restaurant and eat that. I say, boss, you will tell me, Pete.
Okay, well, cook them then.
It's hard.
No,
But
but
I mean, as to your point, like when you said like it feel good for like, but and I'm talking about both males and female, right? When you can come home or come for wherever, you just in bed and get and somebody bring a hot meal for you, say, babes, hold that.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Your girl do that for you, or your wife do that for you, and vice versa too. For the female, her significant other bring the hot meal for she and so.
Me no play, bro.
You understand? You feel good.
Yo,
So imagine somebody that just can't cook, you can never experience that.
Yo, me son no play, right? And me buy a cookbook, bro. That's how much me no play.
Let me show you.
Yo, when me bake and banana, if me bake and banana bread, probably in the boss.
Important, man.
Yo, me
important.
real. Oh, what did you?
Cooking important on both sides. On both sides. For the female experience that and for the male experience that.
Nothing tall, boy. If I want thing, a girl wants to tell me, she tell me nothing tall, nice. Now when she does a relax, just go out with her about relax and hot meal come.
Bass.
A girl say nothing tall better than when she come out when she go by fishing man and she cock up for the weekend.
Yeah.
And the boss is in the
kids
kitchen just a
And
cook
kids
up
is
and feast that.
and the vice versa when you go
yeah,
by a
man.
girl. And yo, when I they castro, then some others don't know about you know that.
And I
When
mean,
girl
also-
when girl check you cook on real pot.
A girl come
Also,
for
I
a
mean,
girl
if
come
you
And
for
when
me.
you go
also
when you go by
from the
them the same
perspective.
thing, you just relax.
Big facts.
Yeah.
If you look from the perspective that, I mean, okay, if you're not cook, if nobody not cook, you go look something to eat, or you go buy something to eat.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to leave your house. Sometimes you just want to their yard.
That's
Everything happen there yard, you know, have to always pan road. Suppose you with somebody that all the money that she have. Because here, now I got no chef in Antigua.
Well,
Even
you
if she
socks
have
are
a
no.
good- Even she have good.
No, your
So
socks
I
are.
always pan road every night.
Hey,
out.
your socks are. No,
Restaurant.
hold on.
Me go, oh,
Your
go
socks
buy
are
some
no.
of-
Your socks are no.
What?
Cause what they call kibble and bits,
Something and bites.
easy
and
bites
yeah,
and
something
all that.
and
Right? No, you never live here, no. It comes right to you. You have the Almarts and you have the crave, whatever they call them people is. So you can go and say, what I say, cooking. But right now, boy.
But sometimes the delivery costs more than the meal. I tell you.
Depend where you go.
Yeah.
I tell you, boy. But anyways, fellas, I tap too long pan the bashing thing. Zilla. No pun intended. But it's nice to be back. And if we stay consistent, we have a lot of big things gonna happen this summer that we're planning. Hopefully we can get a live show in for this summer for the carnival season. Again, we just have to plan out the logistics. I have never seen one done in Antigua Live podcast. So we're hoping that we can actually pull off one. It's something that we actually been talking about for a long time. But I'm actually putting it out there and hopefully the
I need to
response.
set up one and voting some on Insta.
True.
Like to see a live show.
True. I mean, I think I'm there yet because I still need to get things like Down Park and Tide and all that. But it is something that's going to happen in the future. Invite some guests, have some nice activities for the people that attend and yada yada yada. And of course, we record it, have people bring them questions because I'm gonna tell her the honest to God truth. The amount of questions that I get, some of them I kind of ignore because you know where they take off. I take off a puppy show because me not even bother even bring them into the massive because I don't know how I govern already. So and like that. This is the podcast where you come and ask her some freaky question about certain things and all and something. So you understand? And that. As much as we are like the banter and the jokes and so on, it's
A little bit of class.
yeah. It's the medicine in the chocolate as we say it.
You know. Are you? Me never hear that one.
Yeah, you put the paracetamol in the chocolate when dog no when your son or daughter no
Okay.
and the kids and
Okay,
you
okay,
know?
okay, okay, yeah.
Medicine the ice cream, medicine the cake, however they want to call it.
Book locks.
Hey, you I know. But as we always say at the end of every podcast, you know, no, don't battle with ignorance because it's
Undefeated.
Defeated.
you don't know. This is the Undefeated podcast, and we're out.
We're out.
Boom.
Yeah.